Hello, and welcome to Four Little Bears. Welcome back to the Fun Fold Stash Buster with Card 9, the Shape Flip 2. This is another one that has a free SVG linked below. Again, all the PDFs and instructions are linked below, so check that out. This one is a little bit more on the intermediate to advanced side, but I'll try to walk you through it as easily as I can. For this card, we'll start off with a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 5 1/2. And we'll score this. Make sure you're scoring on the 5 3/4 inch side at 2 1/8. Flip to the other side and score at 2 7/8. And it will leave this little 3/4 inch strip in the middle that will kind of form like a baby Z fold. The ingredients are listed on the PDF. You'll need a 5 by 2 1/4 inch insert for writing. Pattern papers, you'll need one that's 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, one that's 2 5/8 by 5 1/4, two that are 5 1/4 by 2 1/2, and the flip element you'll need two that are 3 by 3, which will be cut into any shape that you want. Again, I'll do a free SVG video to show you how to use that if you would prefer. Oh, look, I found the little piece from the other from the other card. Normally you wouldn't have that piece, but I'm just going to end up using it here, so I'll use the same shape that I used before. And again, these two are really, really close, so just be careful that you have the right one in the right spot. And I've labeled those pieces for you, A and C. That way you can hopefully tell which is which. And this is important. You're only going to glue that outside edge kind of like a pocket. And that is because we don't want that piece right there to get stuck down as we cut it out. Again, only glue the outside edges, leave that inside, or the piece that goes toward the inside of the card, leave that clear of glue, just like a little pocket. And I'm just going to use this shape here because I can, but you can use any shape you want, any shape that you have a die cut of. Again, it needs to be a symmetrical shape. And I'll go ahead and link that SVG below. It's the same one that has the PDF instructions. You just want to make sure you get a piece of tape that's not too tacky. So this one I've used before, and I placed it on my jeans to try to get some of some of that tackiness off so it won't stick too much. All right, here comes the tricky part. You're going to line that folder up to the start of that first mountain fold. So on the smaller section, you're just lining it up to the middle, or not really middle, but to that 3/4 inch fold, just to the edge of that. We don't want to cut into that Z flap. And I'm actually going to keep this here. I can see here that it's gone where I want it to. It's only cut to the fold line. And then with the card open, I'm not moving my die. The die stays where it is. But with the card open, I'm going to then line up my folder to the edge of that valley fold. on the other side, and I'm, again, only going to cut. It's only going to, by the way, when you die cut this way, it only cuts where the folder is. It's or where your sandwich is. It won't cut where it's just the die cut. And you can kind of see that little blue and pink piece just come off with the die, and that's fine. We don't want them on there. First, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that that cut went all the way to the edge. So it just needs to go all the way up to that fold line. If you get it a little bit over, it's fine, but it needs to be pretty good on that fold line. And then this is kind of the confusing part. Your right side will go to the left, and the left side will go to the right of that little shape piece. And then it flips. And then, yeah, don't forget to glue your unglued edges like I did. You can just take your little glue bottle and insert the glue like a surgeon into just right around the edges where it's unglued. Now, I found my little piece that matches from card 7, so I'm going to go ahead and use it here. But if you didn't have that, if you used it somewhere else, then go ahead and cut that out of the squares that are in the ingredient list, the 3x3 flip element squares. So for me, I just use one of those and my card 7 element. I'm going to try to line it up as best I can. And because I had that extra little sheet, I'll just make that a little decorative element in there. And then decorate it up however you like. Always don't stamp second. Please always stamp first. And this is why. I'll stamp a sentiment and then drop it because I'm a butterfinger. Oops. That's okay. We'll cover it with sticker. See, it never happened. Never the end of the world. It's just paper. As May Made It said, it's just paper. And you could just leave it here and then write on the back, but I'm going to give you a little bookmark / writing insert. The base of that's 5.5 by 2 3/4. And you'll put your 2 C pieces on, your 5 1/4 by 2.5 pattern paper sheets. And then your writing insert, which is 5 by 2 1/4, can just go on the back of that bookmark and then just be a little keepsake. And I'll just fast forward through futzing with this and decorating it up. I'm just going to use my offcuts as decorations, but you don't have to. And there you go. It's like a 2-for-1. You get a bookmark and a card. Hopefully I made that easy enough to understand for you guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed that one. Leave a comment below. Like, comment, share. Every little bit counts. As always, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful week.